Hello and welcome back to Euro Football Daily, where today we're looking at 5 potential replacements for one-to-way Real Madrid legend Cristiano Ronaldo. Let us know in the poll at the end of the video who you'd take a punt on. 5. Marco Ascencio. We begin with someone playing like the Ronaldo of yesteryear, freewheeling down the wing with a poise and elegance that belies his 21 years. It's Mallorca native Marco Ascencio. Born to a Dutch mother and a Spanish father, how is that for footballing DNA? Ascencio has enjoyed a fine breakthrough season at Los Blancos, despite only clocking up 1,077 minutes in La Liga, scoring 3 and assisting a further 2 in that limited duration. Statistically speaking, his numbers haven't yet caught up with his potential, as he's been largely confined to last-minute cameos. However, in the games where he has started, he's been destructive. In the 4-1 demolition of Sevilla back in May, in which he played the full 90, he completed 5 dribbles on the wide right of Zidane's 4-3-3 and had the most touches of any Real player on the pitch. He is also clocking up good shot numbers given his fragmented appearances, carving out 1.2 opportunities per match, roughly the same as James Rodriguez, with 0.7 of those coming from inside the penalty box. This would indicate, despite his penchant for the spectacular, he's actually making very good decisions in the final third already. Entrusting someone so young to fill such illustrious boots isn't exactly Perez's modus operandi, but with the 21-year-old already insisting on more game time, maybe it's time a new prince was crowned. 4. Paulo Dybala. Having been on the wrong end of a left-footed, diminutive Argentine forward for the last 10 years, it might be wise for Real Madrid to get a steal on Barcelona when it comes to Paulo Dybala, with both parties perpetually interested. Whilst not a prolific goalscorer, he still managed 19 goals and 7 assists in 47 games last season, as he expertly plugged the gap between the old ladies' midfield and Gonzalo Higuain. This role as an advanced creator is epitomised by his 2 key passes and 1 cross per game that are better numbers than Alexis Sanchez and Isco. This may mean that Morata takes up the goal-scoring mantle in this hypothetical situation, and Dybala replaces Isco as the 1 in Zidane's 4-3-1-2, with the Spaniard moving back and eventually replacing Luka Modric. But what of Isco's late-season surge drifting around that midfield? We hear you cry. Well, the Italian actually completes more take-ons, key passes and carves out more shots per game than the Spaniard, although Isco edges him on passes per game and pass accuracy. Of these 3 shots, 1.6 come from outside the area, not terribly dissimilar to Liverpool's heat-seeking missile Felipe Coutinho, showing the 23-year-old is more comfortable working off the last man, either scoring from range or using his set-piece prowess, which equates to a goal every 4 games by the by, to devastating effect. Either way, with Dybala signing a new contract until 2022, a significant wedge of that Ronaldo money would be needed to convince Juve to part with the jewel in their crown. 3. Diego Costa. At number 3 is a man whose workmanlike and often brutish approach don't exactly scream Galactico, but he remains our wild card nonetheless. Although he was the Blues' top marksman in the English Premier League last season with a very healthy 20 goals, Costa's future has been thrown into doubt after a very public spat with Antonio Conte. Quicker to 50 goals in England than the likes of Luis Suarez, his pedigree is unquestionable, and having played in an interchangeable front 3 at Chelsea, it wouldn't be too much of a tactical switch-up at Zidane's Madrid. His 3.2 shots per game would also go some way to plugging the 5.6 shaped hole Ronaldo's exit would leave, with an extremely proficient 2.3 of those coming from inside the box. He also creates his fair share of chances for his teammates too, with 1.2 key passes per game, a similar amount to Tottenham's Dele Alli, and a figure likely to improve in a more attack-minded side. Now, he does average more passes than Ronaldo, but this likely says more about the Portuguese's evolution as a striker than Costa's ability to link the play. In fact, his pass accuracy is a below par 74%. That's 6% lower than Karim Benzema's, who's the least resourceful with the ball in that Madrid front line. At 28, the Brazilian-born Spaniard is a year younger than Benzema and 4 years the junior of Ronaldo, so for the right fee, a rejuvenated Costa could be the ideal mid-term solution to a CR7-free Real Madrid. 2. Sergio Aguero. If you're going to replace a goal-scoring machine, then why not do it with a man who averages an English Premier League goal every 106 minutes? That's 15 minutes less than Thierry Henry, by the by. Mental. The little Argentine scored 20 goals in 25 starts in Pep's debut season, although he found himself out of the starting XI on 6 separate occasions. This, coupled with the explosive start of Gabriel Jesus, has led many to believe that his predatory style isn't simpatico with Pep's philosophy, where he often likes his forwards to drop, creating space in the box. It seems unfathomable that City would part with their top goal scorer, but with Jesus settled and Aguero 1 year away from 30, the citizens' hierarchy may entertain big bids for him, and it would have to be sizable too, make no mistake about it. Aguero is producing 4.5 shots per game, one of the few forwards in world football who comes close to Ronaldo's output. And despite not having many tricks up his sleeve, he still completes 2.5 dribbles per game, almost twice that of Twilight Ronaldo, owing to his explosive turn of pace, low centre of gravity and formidable upper body strength. His pass accuracy is also elite for a forward on 83%, meaning he's likely comfortable with linking up the play and working off the last man. The other outstanding options in the Premier League, such as Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku, have either committed to their clubs or sounded out their preferred destination. So, if Real were looking to seduce someone from English shores, our money's on Kun. 1. Kylian Mbappe. It was a toss-up between Harry Kane, Robert Lewandowski and Kylian Mbappe for top spot, but because Los Blancos have already lodged a hefty €120 million bid for the Frenchman, we've had to follow suit. Unlike the aforementioned strikers, Mbappe doesn't have experience on his side, but his youthful exuberance more than makes up for it. In 2017 alone, he scored 18 goals, only bested by Ronaldo, Messi and Harry Kane. And he also became the youngest player to score a brace in the UCL knockout round, finishing the tournament on an excellent 6 in 9. The young Frenchman only made 17 starts in the league last season, more often than not partnered with the seasoned veteran Radamel Falcao, who he switches positions with judiciously. Now, in this time he was largely economic with his play, getting away 1.8 shots per game, with 1.7 of those coming inside the box. He also hit the target with a quite frankly unnerving 76% of his shots. That's crazy. Like his idol Henry, he likes to size up the right back and cut inside, but is also capable of deploying that frightening pace to work off the last man. However, he only averages 11 passes per game, showing he's more adept at running into space than working the ball in tight areas. So, a move to Spain might warrant work on that technique and build-up play. Ultimately, his 15 goals and 8 assists in 1,501 league minutes mean that domestically, he's contributing to a goal every 65 minutes. It won't be long before he outgrows Ligue 1, but is the Clairefontaine graduate ready to dethrone the king? So that was this week's Scout Report, guys. Have we missed any big names out? Maybe Lewandowski? Who knows? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, go and watch last week's Stat Wars, Football Mundial and all our top 10s. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.